Hello, my friend. I am out walking in Gothenburg, Sweden. At the moment, I spend so much time in front of the computer. Like I work 40 hours per week as a software developer, so it's a lot of screen time. And yesterday I read a book about Shanti that I've read so many times. It's called Emptiness Dancing, in case maybe you've read it. And I think somewhere in that he said that, or maybe actually I watched it on YouTube, I don't remember, it was Shanti anyway. He spoke about awakening not happening just once, but happening over and over again. Like for some people, like Ramana Maharshi, it seemed to have happened once. He could just see through the ideas he had about himself, and that was it. It like obliterated all these tendency of going back to a separate self. For me, it seems like an activity that I have to do over and over and over again. And some circumstances makes it so much easier to realize that. Being in an office, sitting in front of the computer, makes it harder. Not impossible, but it's harder for me to access. And I think initially, on my spiritual journey, I thought that that was a failure on my part, or that I don't know if the sound's okay. It's so windy here. It's like I thought that I am supposed to be able to do this on my own in any circumstances. And I still believe that's true, but that doesn't mean I cannot ask for help, or I cannot utilize other beings or nurturing environments that help me do that. Because I've been trained for decades to live as a separate self, to be very identified with my body and my mind and the idea I have of myself. So it's almost like as soon as my autopilot comes up, my autopilot is wired on being a separate self, on being a person in this world that's very foreign to me. So as soon as I don't consciously stay in spaciousness, consciously anchor back in the inner spaciousness, when the autopilot hit, I'm just back in separation. And for me personally, I don't think that's going to be rewired by one insight alone. That's a daily rewiring of the whole nervous system. And being around people in communities who also practice that or is rooted in being is helping my autopilot remember that it's almost like rewiring my autopilot for me, because it doesn't mirror, if the environment doesn't mirror my separateness, the autopilot senses that somehow. It helps me rewire the system, which hasn't really got that much to do with an intellectual understanding of anything. It's more a felt sense in the body. Allowing it to expand, or realize actually that it is just space, that it's just emptiness. And one of the jewels for me right now is I am going to retreats with Rupert Spira quite regularly, and the community around his teaching or his friendship is such a beautiful place. It means so much to me to be in that community or in similar communities. But in reality, just being around people who help me rewire my nervous system, who help me turn off my autopilot, or maybe not turn it off, help me create an autopilot that remembers that I am one with everyone and everything, that I don't need to protect myself, that there is no way for me to be unlovable. I don't need to earn love. Someone would have said that to me like 15 years ago, I'd probably say that it sounded cheesy. But It's not an idea, it's a lived reality. I am one with everything and everyone. That means that I am walking around in love. This is walking around in love, in unity. And that includes you as well. That includes all of us. And that's a nice idea, but the idea part, or the thinking mind, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The roots it has of living it, no, that's a different thing. Hey. Yeah. We're all one. Let's get our autopilots on board with that. Let us live everyday life in awareness that we are loved. Always. All the facets of ourselves. What a different world to live in, eh? Yes. What are your thoughts on this? How do you relate to your autopilot, or trying to remember the insights that you have, or live them rather? Yeah. Please do share in the comment section. I hope to see you next time. Hoppala.